Thanks for staying with us here on TVC Breakfast. It's now time for us to look at what the papers are reporting. As usual, I'll be doing this with my colleagues, Etoma, Veronica, and Ria. Let's get cracking on this. The Nation newspaper is the first with the banner headline, Electricity Crisis. Government offers national grid to investors. 7 million meters shortfall being tackled, says Minister. Tinubu fully engaged in governance despite being away, says presidency. You see that on page 3 of the Nation newspaper. First Lady backs women farmers with 668.9 million naira per state. Above the masthead, why Ponzi schemes thrive by experts. 1.9 million candidate for maiden CB West African School Senior School Certificate Examination. 574 schools disqualified. Let's start off with this particular story of the electricity crisis, where government is offering national grid to investors. 7 million meters shortfall being tackled, and then it agrees with the Punch newspaper's federal government to inject 1,900 megawatts solar panel into solar power into grid. So we are celebrating about 6,003 megawatts. Yeah, and they said that the gains we're recording in electricity is due to the fact that we now have band A, we have band B, and we have the bandless, and we have the bandits.
Why did you point to me for bandits?
Band A are the bandits. That's just a joke. So, so it's helping to shore up the generating capacity of the country.
All this band A, band B, and the rest has really shored up the finances of the power sector in Nigeria. If that's the gain they're talking about, I can understand. But we still have areas that have very bad power supply.
That's right.
Very, very bad power supply. I'm telling you, I know one or two places but I don't think I would like to mention it. Whatever improvements they can do in the power sector, I think it should be done urgently, really urgently. It is a catalyst for almost everything.
That's right.
Small and medium scale businesses need electricity so seriously. I think Nigeria should do that, and offering it to investors is a good idea. I think so. I believe so.
That's right.
It's a good idea. We will see some action in the power sector because of this.
That's right. Veronica, if you look at the Punch newspaper, electricity, federal government to inject 1,900 megawatts solar power into grid, and then they set to generate over 8,000 megawatt power goal by 2027, taps private sector for grid expansion. So we're looking at 8,000 megawatts. I don't know, we often make reference to other countries, for instance in South Africa, where they do well over 40,000 megawatts to like how many population? 20 million or thereabout?
About 45 million.
Of
yeah,
course.
45.
But the minister also mentioned the fact that one of the challenges that we face as a country with regards to electricity is the fact that there is still power theft. There are those who ensure that they have the resources, but they want to bypass, the grid and just steal the electricity, and that is also causing a snag with regards to the developments we are looking at. So whatever government can do to improve on efficiency and delivery is good, because the average Nigerians wants to pay, but they want to see what they are paying for, and that it is readily available to them.
That's right.
When they need it. That's the most important thing. But the fact that my concern is how we can, deal with people who are not paying, knowing that they are owing and are not paying. We have seen how they've beaten officials of the distribution company and all of those. And then we have seen situations where people who have resources to pay are refusing to pay and are telling people, help me look at how we can bypass power as much as possible. It's a sad one.
That's right.
So all hands must be on deck to see that, okay, this sector works, because at the end of the day, it's to our own benefit. But if we are not seeing it as it is in my interest, then we'll still be having every other thing that is challenging the growth of that sector.
And Ria, if you look at the story, Blueprint newspaper still agrees with it. Federal government hints on tariff hike as power generation hits 6,003 megawatts. But they said to redeem 2 trillion naira, 4 trillion naira electricity debts before end of year. So what we are generating, we are having ensuring our generation capacity. We are still looking at, okay, those who are still, you know, owing us, and metering. Some people still do not have meters, and they are being charged. I mean, they're being, what was the word? Charged. Estimated billing. Yeah. Even the deputy governor cried out from 2-point-something million to like 29 million.
I complained about it as well. When it comes to bypass, Veronica, it's so sad when I see people that are actually trying to bypass lights, because I'm like, this is our own Nigeria. You are stealing from, it's like you're stealing from yourself, which is really sad. And I will say that anything the government will do for there to be constant electricity, we welcome it.
That's right.
If it's giving it to investors that will bring more lights, and people are willing to pay, but they just want to see lights. Because even we at Band A, sometimes we're talking that, oh, we're paying a lot, but we don't get to see lights how often we should see lights. So I feel like that is where the issue is. If there is constant light, I trust you, people, Nigerians will pay for light. But when you're paying for something that you are not even seeing it as well, and still hammering on this bypass issue, any Nigerian that does bypass and you're thieving, is very sad. You should detest from it, because you're stealing from yourself.
It's such a tissue, and you're a thief.
And you're stealing from yourself. No, it's true. You're stealing from yourself. And if you have money, and
it's not as touche.
And if you have money and you are stealing from yourself, and if you have money and you don't want to pay light bill and you are using light, that one, the thunder that will. Let me. I just said the thunder that will. I dropped the case.
You know, there are teacups here, and you don't want to storm in a teacup.
I drop it there.
Quickly, on the matter of giving it to investors, if the government is looking at giving this issue to the investors to deal with, those that they gave it to, so far, how far have they gone with improving that sector? Yes, we know distribution has been given to, you know, some investors who are saying that, oh, they are struggling, some are still owing, some it was their licenses were retrieved and all of that. But I think that they should give it to the right people who would do the right job.
That's right. That's right. Sector. Still on the Blueprint newspaper, we have Ojulari promises an NNPC that will be the pride of Nigerians. That's what we want to see. Next is the Daily Independent newspaper. Tinubu overseeing development in Nigeria from Europe, that's according to presidency, may return after Easter festivities. Attacking Benue is about land grabbing, says Governor earlier. Natasha asks IGP to reinstate security details after family house attack. Police vow to deal with criminals that carried out attack. So suspended Senator Natasha Akpoti, you know, saying that they should restore security details, and then this is following an attack on her family house. Well, we want to see people in, if you are fighting, if anything is happening, we don't want criminals to leverage, you know, that lacuna to strike. To strike.
You know, taking away security from elected officials it has been recurring in Nigeria, and I don't think it's a very good thing. These guys are public figures. That means they are targets. Whether you like it or not is the truth. So if you want to punish somebody, there are several, I believe there are several other ways you could do that, and leave the security detail. As far as that person is still in office, whether suspended or not, leave the security detail. So I think Natasha is right to ask for her security details to be returned.
Let's move on to this Nigerian newspaper. Tinubu, no cause for alarm, says presidency in response to criticisms over president's trip to France. His media aide says he's engaged in governance even whilst away, back after Easter. Veronica, if you look at the story on the bottom strip of this paper, military sustains onslaught against terrorists, eliminates scores, defense headquarters, deactivates 42 illegal refineries, nabs 42 oil thieves in the Niger Delta. So we're saying that we're still maintaining our onslaught on insecurity, but I don't know whether it's really abated.
Well, it's the matter of insecurity is multifaceted as it is. Various sectors talk about corruption. Is still a matter of insecurity because it has implications. But it's good that we're seeing that the military is doing what they can to addressing this matter.
Yeah.
I want to speak to Nigerians who are taking advantage and thinking that it's all about them and perhaps their extended families carrying out, you know, oil thieves and all of that, and not allowing us meet the quota, because it comes back to haunt us at the end of the day. They must understand that whatever they do affects the generality of Nigerians. Stop being selfish. If you have access to something, I mean, ensure that, okay, you do it the right way. The people who are doing these things, they are not small people like you and I. Yes, government might say they know them, but bringing them to account is the next step that Nigerians want to see. We have heard all sorts. We hear they nab these persons, we hear they nab those persons. But we want to see accountability. We want to see results that will ensure that Nigeria's resources is used to the benefit of the average Nigerian.
That's right.
At the end of the day. It's sad that we're still witnessing these things.
Absolutely. Nigerian News Direct is next. Insecurity, Tinubu's commitment to his duties remains unwavering. Presidency defends foreign stay. And above the masthead, we have boundary disputes. Osun or your government launch peace moves, engage warring parties. Let's move on to Weekend Hope. First Lady storms Ondo, support female gender with 400 billion naira, fight against genital mutilation, maternal deaths, poverty top list. Aiyedatiwa enthused, rallies stakeholders to boost initiative. This is huge. Talking about 400 billion naira in support of you guys and every other woman.
And I think that deserves a very big round of applause. When we speak about the First Lady, we cannot deny the fact that...
Sorry, it looks like the director is protesting.
The director is
protesting. No, when I say you guys.
You know, when we talk about the First Lady, we cannot deny the fact that she believes so much in women empowerment, and that's what I love about her. We've seen her do it for the people in IT. I know at some point, I think it was 2003, 35 women in IT, she empowered them. And you can just see her love for women empowerment. She believes so much in women. She's done a lot for women, and this is a lot of money. This is 400 billion naira. 400 billion naira. No,
I think it should be shared among the southwestern states.
This is so commendable.
And then you've seen her, you know, in the north, northeast, northwest. She's gone to the east, where she made donations in the cause of women. And there is this fight against tuberculosis and some other, you know, ailments which is really ravaging, you know, most of the people in Nigeria.
And she made some donation to nurses.
Right.
She's doing exactly what I think every First Lady should do. You know, take a project and follow it up. Use that to complement what your husband is doing from his side of things. She's focusing on women. I mean, she has to focus on women. She's a woman. And look at that, she's wondering. These men, they will say, what are the men doing for women? What are the men doing for men?
Your jobs are to take care.
Really, we must commend the First Lady. She is one of Nigeria's most active wife of the president that I've seen in recent history. You see her everywhere, in the north, in the south, in the west, you know, trying to ensure that she complements this renewed hope agenda of the president. And this is bringing hope to people who face female genital mutilation. I have done a story on female genital mutilation, and I see how rife it is in the southwest. And so it is good that she's channeling these monies for a cause that is peculiar to the southwest. So each region, she is channeling these monies to causes that are peculiar to them, and I like the fact that she understands these things.
Right, interesting developments. We're still on the front page of Weekend Hope. We have DNA saga. Cubana chief priest alleged baby mama threatens to report him to deity. I understand this.
When you are hearing this, all I think about is Pascal. What she calls him. My problem is, what is wrong with this woman? I don't understand. Is she mentally okay? Because this man has come out several times and said that is not his child. So what is the problem?
I mean, why should there be a back and forth?
So what is happening with the DNA? Is she ready to
the
do
DNA
it?
she's calling him to come and do, and he has refused to respond.
Well, he has already said that is not his job.
Yeah,
But
because of our time.
I know the funny thing, they all look alike. Even the woman looks like him. The woman looks like him.
And then married women with coded phones are prostitutes. Miami.
Go that again.
Who said that?
Married women with what?
Married women with coded phones are prostitutes. I do not know what it means by prostitutes. You know, it's your private line. You can decide to.
You said that you should not put your code on your phone.
I do not know. I do not have the details of the information.
That's what it means from my perspective.
I think that's his own opinion.
It's his opinion.
Yeah.
Everyone should have a right to their privacy. So
exactly.
you can codify your phone. You can decide not to.
It's only when you codify your WhatsApp I'm afraid of you. If I see you have code on your WhatsApp, I'm scared.
It's still your private life.
It's your private life. But if you are in a relationship with someone, transparency is key.
Yeah.
So and it is how you define it. So whatever.
Right, because of our time, the Guardian newspaper is next. AI threat or opportunity? Schools, teachers cite concerns, search for academic integrity, because we now have ChatGPT passing, what's this best school? Oxford University schools, Cambridge, yes. You know, they are deploying it and then it's passing all of the, so students are now deploying, you know, AI for their examinations, for their classworks and
this AI thing is scary in some way.
Right, so, but then one way or the other, it has good to it, and then the bad side. Benue killings, attacks are planned, not random occurrences, says David Mark. Rep alleges security operatives, no plateau killers. Let's move on to the very last. Okay, well, still here. Presidency replies Atiku. Obi says Tinubu remains at work overseas. Let's move on to the last paper. We have Sport and Life. Donadoni reviews Lookman better than Leao, says Nigerian more consistent, reliable as AC Milan clash with Atalanta on Sunday. Chelsea won't sell Caicedo to Saudi Arabia. Inter Miami face De Bruyne challenge despite agreement. I got Super Eagles job on merit. That's according to Shell, guys.
Who said it wasn't on merit?
Why even brought
I don't like when Ibrahim talks about sports without saying they paid somebody some hefty amount of money.
I've been looking for the money. I've been looking for the money.
But you see, not everyone will agree with Shell on this matter, because the matter of foreign coaches, a lot of Nigerians are not happy when they see foreign coaches take up jobs that they can deliver on, because we've had over the years people who have shown that capacity to handle, you know, these roles. And a lot of people felt that, oh, the Super Eagles deserved better because of where he's coming from. And so he said he got it on merit. Not everybody will agree, because what's your pedigree? Where are you coming from? What have you done? Not much has been seen about him, but let's see how far this merit will take him. And he's the same one asking for jollof, right? Was he the same person that came for jollof? He's not the one.
2025 under 20 AFCON, Flying Eagles to play 2 friendly games in Egypt. Well, we want to see us triumph, you know, whether it is friendly or it is serious. Well, that's about it for the newspapers that we've decided to review this morning. We hope we've kept you up to date. But do stay with us on TVC Breakfast. Coming up, we will examine the human cost of